Amabie is a plague god, a yokai of Japan who can prophesize and allegedly prevent a dire epidemic from completely obliterating society. The first documented encounter with an Amabie was in May of 1846, nearly 175 years ago. A Japanese government official was called in to investigate a strange green glow that had been spotted in the ocean waves for several nights in what is now the present-day Kumamoto Prefecture. He arrived at the scene and, as he approached, the light moved towards him from under the water. Then a creature emerged with luminous green scales. It stood up, its long soaked hair dragged all the way to the ground. It had a beak like a bird, and most notably, 3 fin-like legs. It began walking toward him slowly. The officer was struck frozen in terror, but then the Amabie spoke to him in a soft, quiet voice, as if invading his mind. It foretold 2 prophecies. Over the next 6 years, an abundant harvest would bless Japan, but then after, a deadly plague would ravage the lives of its people. It then spoke of a cure. If disease spreads, draw a picture of me and show the picture of me to those who fall ill, and they will be cured. The creature then receded back into the ocean and its green glow disappeared. The officer returned to his station, frantic, describing this creature in great detail, resulting in the famous sketch of Amabie that is well known today. His story was then mass-produced in woodblock printed bulletins, and the picture was disseminated across the land as what can accurately be described as going viral in the Edo period of Japan. A lesser-known encounter with a similar but different cryptid was documented in 1844, a mere 2 years prior to that meeting with the Amabie. An illustrated manuscript from that year depicts an encounter with a cephalopod type of creature, referred to as Amabiko. Its disturbing physical description is what sets it apart from Amabie. Amabiko apparently lacked a torso, so its body consisted of a head with 3 long legs growing out of it. The head had human-like ears, round eyes, and a slightly protruding mouth. Amabiko's connection with Amabie becomes apparent as both were some sort of plague god. Some people even believe that they are 2 descriptions of the exact same creature. Amabiko spoke of the sure death of over 70% of the Japanese population that year, unless a sketch of its likeness was spread to as many people as possible and seared into the minds of the Japanese people. A quick dive into Japanese history actually lends some insight into the arrival and true meaning of these mysterious creatures. Through the 1800s, Japan suffered a number of severe cholera epidemics. It is thought that this disease was caused by evil spirits, and an effective remedy against this sickness was to exhibit depictions of good spirits. During this time, a notable number of prophetic yokai were encountered and documented, almost all of which follow a similar pattern as Amabie and Amabiko. Each appear only briefly, often emerging from the sea. Each foretells a positive prophecy, such as a bountiful harvest, which is to be immediately followed by a deadly epidemic of incomprehensible proportions. The creature then instructs its sole witness to spread the likeness of its image as protection against this horrid fate, and after delivering its message, it disappears forever. I'm Mr. Mythos. Thank you for watching.